Solid Hill TDS, what's up? Yeah, come on. I.O.W. Sports Network, late night edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mark. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mark. Hey. L Boogie with the hot flame, ashtray full of top names, little tree for your membrane. This the 9-hour time frame. I just snatched up a 6-pack, got my hands on a lid pack, whipping up a little batch of snacks. Yeah, man, I think I'm all set. Late night, can't sleep. Go ahead and just tap in. Better grab you a cold one, and we about to get some laps in. Wild card on the microphone, he'll hit you with a couple flurries. Y'all need to just strap in for some entertainment sports commentary. We about to raise the bar. Wild card bar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card bar. We about to raise the bar. Wild card bar.
Yo, what is going on? What is going on? How we doing? I hope all is well. Are we doing all right, people? My late night owls? What's good? How we doing? It's your man Wildcard Mar here with another episode. I.O.W. Sports Late Night Owl Edition. This episode 422. Yes, 422. And man, I don't know about y'all, but we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to talk about in sports. Obviously, we will recap Monday Night Football for sure. We'll do that. We'll definitely have some conversations, takeaways that I saw, or things that I took away from Week 5 in the NFL. Some of the headlines that I think some of the fans need to be paying attention to. Okay. We'll have that conversation for sure. All right. We'll definitely have that conversation. Of course, Major League Baseball playoffs are in full gear. The ALDS went on today. You got the Cleveland Guardians in Game 2 against the Detroit Tigers. Cleveland is up 1-0 in that series. We'll talk about that. We'll also talk about, of course, my Kansas City Royals get a Game 2 victory over the Yankees. Like I said, we'll talk about that. We'll definitely. I had an episode 410. So if you go back 12 episodes, and this was literally right after. This is right after Week 1. Week 1 Monday Night Football. It was Jets. It was 49ers. And I had already proclaimed that you should bench Deshaun Watson. We're going to revisit that take because now we've got 4 weeks in between that episode. So 4 weeks of play from Deshaun Watson. Let's see if he improved. Okay. Let's see if my mind has changed about what you should do with Deshaun Watson. Secret. Nothing's changed. But we'll talk about it. We will talk about it. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to be absolutely 100% honest with you guys. Today, as a Kansas City sports fan, I have lived the ultimate sports fan's dream. All right? I have lived that ultimate sports dream. And it is when your team, the teams that you root for, in multiple sports play on the same day and win. Okay. I mean, literally. So mark down today's date, October 7th, 2024. All right. And this is the day that both my Kansas City Chiefs win on Monday Night Football at home against the Saints, get a victory. And in the American League Division Series, my Kansas City Royals get a 4-2 victory over the New York Yankees. Now, this is the second time this has happened in my life, y'all. The first time it happened, it was November 1st, 2015. I remember the day. My first born child. She was no more than a couple of months old. I still got the pictures. She was she was so cute. She was in her Chiefs gear because we were up early that day. I was still living in Charlotte, North Carolina at that time. We were up early that day because the Kansas City Chiefs were in London. They were in London, England, and they put a whooping on the Detroit Lions. If I'm correct, I think the score was like 45-10. Put a whooping on them. Later that night, on November 1st, 2015, the Kansas City Royals, led by Salvador Perez, Eric Hosmer, Alex Gordon, Lorenzo Cain, Alcides Escobar, Ben Zobrist came over in the trade midway through the season. Same did Johnny Cueto. They clinched game 5, beat the Mets, end up winning the World Series that night. So this is about the second time that this has happened in my life, being on the that I can remember for sure, that both of my teams in different sports won on the same game, on the same day, I should say. One on the same day. Both Royals and Chiefs win today. Of course, the last occurrence, like I just said to you guys, 2015, November 1st. And that was the day that the Royals actually won the World Series. But obviously, there's no championship on the line right now for the Royals or the Chiefs, but that is the second time that has happened. See, it was a KC day. As you can see, I'm rocking the Chiefs hat. I'm rocking the Royals jersey. But, you know, I'm a fashionable guy a little bit. So I put a little, you know, I got the black and blue Chiefs cap to match the Royals jersey. Say, hey, what can I say? What can I say? All right, let's get down to it, y'all. All right, let's get down to it. Let's recap some Monday Night Football. But before we do, hey, I got to give a shout out to my man, Colin Sanders. All right, Colin Saunders. I was a big fan of him when the Chiefs drafted him. I will stay a big fan of him, even though he is no longer with the Chiefs organization. He's going to have a great NFL career, and I'm glad that he's still. He shined tonight. Put a big hit on Travis Kelce and followed it up with this.
Smith-Schuster, and there he is, Colin Saunders. And he took it out. Big Colin rumbling, and out across the 35. And his brother Cameron's got to be pumped.
Normally you would say go down. Right there, go down.
Nice
Get the ball
sports
out on the 20.
No.
He says no way.
No. A return of 37 yards.
And he's got some wheels.
He does. Boy, that could be a game-changing play. That changes the complexion of everything. What a play, Colin Saunders' first career pick.
Hey, shout out to my man, Colin Saunders. Big play. Big play from him. All right. Like I said, I wish the guy was still in the Chiefs uniform, but I understand the business. And he is no longer a Chief. But you gotta love the big man interception. And you gotta love the big man on the gallop. He had a nice little return on that interception. And that was a big moment. As you saw the score, it was 7-16 late in the third quarter. And that literally turned the momentum of some things for the Saints. And hey, shout out to Colin Saunders. Wish you was still in KC, my man. But hey, it is what it is. Great play. You shined on Monday Night Football. You did your thing. But hey, like I said, it's a KC day. Chiefs still win. But yeah, so Monday Night Football, y'all. Chiefs, Saints. For the better part of about 3.5 quarters of this game, it was a relatively good game. A relatively good game. I know Derek Carr ended up getting knocked out late in the fourth quarter, kind of, killed a little damper on, his team, the Saints, having a chance to win this game. But so here's what I took away. Here's what I took away from Monday Night Football. You saw the Chiefs get very creative on offense in ways to move the football. Finally got a big game from Juju Smith-Schuster. All right. He had a great night, including that big pitching catch and run. Had some good yak yards as he made Tyrann Mathieu slide off a out and in route. But he has a monster night. 7 catches, 130 yards. Big night. Ladies and gentlemen, I tried to tell you guys, stop worrying about Travis Kelce. The targets are starting to get there. 9 catches, 70 yards. I know he still hasn't gotten the end zone on those games, but look, the production's starting to show. The production is starting to be there. He's starting to pick it up. All right. He's going to start picking it up. And man, my goodness, you absolutely got to love Kareem Hunt. Love the fact that he pitched in 27 carries, 102 yards and a touchdown. That's what you need. That is what you need. This is exactly what you need from this Chiefs offense to get going. I know. And by all means, 28 of 39, still not too shabby for Patrick Mahomes. I know the interception really wasn't on him. Okay, I can be honest. Would I prefer the pass to been more in front of Juju? Yes. But Juju had his hands on it, both hands on it, moved it, and then just couldn't hang on to it. So I'm not going to put a lot of blame on Patrick for that interception. Yes, he could have thrown a better football, but he got to catch that. Got to catch that football. And that was probably the only mistake that Juju Smith-Schuster made tonight. But yeah, 71% is what Patrick throws on the completions percentage. Let's call it 72, 71.7. Let's call it 72. Still, that's he's starting to look like he's coming back to form. I will say this, Chiefs fans, don't get mad at me. I mean, you can get mad. I'm not going to care, but I'm just going to be honest. Patrick still left some money on the table. Patrick still left some things on the table where he had some guys open where normally you would see him make those plays. Normally you would see him make those throws. Now, I did appreciate some of the scramble moves that he had, was able to, shake and shimmy on out the way. And especially the first down run that he had and, got over there and made a great diving attempt to get the first down, which they had to review it, and he did get it. But hey, there's still some things that Patrick Mahomes does have to clean up. I mean, we just got to be honest. There's some things that quite honestly, if he cleans those up and gets that offense going, ooh-wee, it's looking different. It's looking a lot different. But we got to be honest, though. NFL, you had your chance. You had your chance last year to knock off the champs. You didn't. And now the champs about to go into their bye week 5-0. 5-0. The defense looks good for the Chiefs. And I got to say this, and I'm definitely clipping this, and I'm sending it out to the whole World Wide Web. Everybody, stop the bitching and the moaning, because you look. Some of you people that got Twitter fingers and Facebook fingers and Instagram fingers want to type in. Shut up, please. I'm politely saying shut the hell up, because the fact of the matter is you don't watch Chiefs football on a regular basis. You watch it every time they're on prime time, and you think, oh, God, the Chiefs get all the calls. Chiefs get all the calls. I'm going to say this for the last time. Chiefs do not get all the calls. Literally, Chris Jones was getting held all game. All right? And there was even calls that, hey, I looked at my wife and said, Chiefs got away with holding. I keep it fair. I keep it consistent. You know, late in the game, fourth quarter. I know the game probably wouldn't have mattered. It's like a minute and some change left. Brian Cook, it was pass interference. They didn't call it. But you know what? They didn't call pass interference when Worthy was trying to go up for that pass the first time. They called it the second time, and they didn't call it the first time. It was clear-cut pass interference. All right? Absolutely. It was absolutely pass interference. But here's my thing. The referees have been atrocious. Not just for the Chiefs. The refs have been atrocious across the whole league for the last 5 weeks. Hell, for the last few years. But they have been absolutely bad and dreadful all year so far. These 5 weeks of football in NFL, they have been bad. So stop and miss me with the Chiefs get away with the penalties calls. Get over yourselves. Like that narrative is dead, is whack, is old, and it oozes loser mentality when you like to do crap like that. It's sickening. It really is. And I'm not just saying this because that's who I root for. No, I'm saying that as a sports fan. Like, sports fans, we got to start talking intelligently about our sports that we are watching and not with the emotions. It's getting ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous. All right, the refs have been bad all across the board. Now, here's my takeaway from the Saints on tonight's game. Things look different when you don't get Alvin Kamara going. And if you don't believe me, look at the last 3 games for the New Orleans Saints. The Saints put up a lot of points, a lot of yardage against the Panthers week 1. They put up a lot of points, put up some yardage week 2 against the Cowboys. So both of those defenses, for the most part, are not that great. They ran up a better defense against Philly, shut down or contained, I should say, Alvin Kamara a little bit more than what they did in the other 2 teams. Same with the Falcons. Same with the Chiefs tonight. This is the honest to God's truth about the Saints. If Alvin Kamara doesn't get going, it doesn't bode well for the New Orleans Saints. Because here's the thing that Saints fans are figuring out over the last few years, at least last year and 5 weeks this year. You're going to have the up and down, up and down, up and down with Derek Carr as your quarterback. There's going to be games against the Panthers where he looks phenomenal and the Cowboys looks phenomenal. And then there's games and times where he doesn't look so phenomenal and he's interception happy or he holds on to the ball too long. Ask Raiders fans. Raider fans Could have told you, Saints fans, you are going to deal with goods and bads literally almost at an equal level coming from Derek Carr. It's going to be, it is never, that's the only consistent thing about Derek Carr. He's gonna be the quarterback roller coaster. Ooh, good and then bad, and then bad and good, and he's gonna do all that. There's no even. It's nothing consistent like that. And so you notice that once Alvin Kamara was pretty much contained, the only big play that they really got was that big throw to Shaheed. Other than that, it was tough sledding to move that football for the Saints. And guess what? The Saints are still in it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Saints fans, don't get upset that you lost tonight. You are still in position to win the division. And I know it's only week 5, but Falcons sitting right there, 3-2. Buccaneers sitting at 3-2. Oh yeah. Oh, you ain't gotta worry about the Panthers. I'm kidding. You ain't gotta worry about the Panthers. You didn't say you gotta worry about them boys. But what I'm noticing is that it's going to be very competitive in that NFC South, minus the Panthers. All right. Minus the Panthers. Because it's funny that Bryce Young goes 0-2, gets the hook. But yeah, that little win that they got over the Raiders look a little flukish, don't it? They ain't been able to recreate it anyway, but that's neither here nor there. Saints still have a chance to win that division. I think they're still that good. The defense just ran up into a team that was waiting to explode. I mean, the Chiefs offense was literally like that can of soda that you shake up. Well, nobody shakes up can of soda or pop on purpose, all right? And then by the time you crack it, and all the pressure has been built up and it spews all over the place, that's a metaphorically way to say that that's what the Chiefs were. They were just waiting to explode and let all the pressure out and just play football. They did it tonight. They racked up a lot of yardage tonight on a solid Saints defense, all right? It was just the Chiefs' night. Offensively, it was just their night. And that's what I'm chalking it up to. That's what I'm saying. And, Saints fans, you just ran into an offense that just couldn't wait to explode. All right? Just couldn't wait to explode. I enjoyed the game, obviously, because my team won, but I enjoyed the game. It was good football. Man, can't beat that. They closed out the week on week 5 with some damn good football. So I love it. Like I said, Chiefs go on a bye. Okay. They go on a bye. And then when they get out that bye, they got 49ers, Raiders, Buccaneers, Broncos, Bills. So not too bad of a tough schedule, but they're going to have some challenges, obviously, coming out the bye week. It helps that you get ready for the 49ers. They're going to play better. All right. We'll talk about them in just a second, but get ready for them. Raiders, Buccaneers, that'll be a tough matchup back on Monday night again. Broncos, still not a believer in Bo. Knicks, still don't believe that the Broncos are all that. But they have been playing better football as of late. I still think Sean Payton's overrated, but and then you got the Bills in Buffalo, and you already know the Bills are always going to give the Chiefs their best shot. And no, I am not one of those Chiefs fans that think they're going to go undefeated. No, I do not. All right. I predicted 13-4 at the beginning of the season. We'll see how it goes. So far, as they go into the bye week, undefeated. For you Saints fans, this is what you got going on for the next few weeks. Next week, got a big game. So you got to let go of tonight immediately. You got the Buccaneers coming to town. That is the division game. You got to be ready for it. You better be ready for it. All right? Better be ready for it. Then you got the Broncos, winnable at home. All right? And that's a Thursday night game, so that's a quick turnaround. All right? That's a quick turnaround. Then after that, you get that little mini bye because you played on Thursday. Got to go to L.A., face the Chargers. That's winnable. All right? Then you got the Panthers. Come on. You know that's winnable. And then you got the Falcons again. All right? You want your get back, right? They're at your home. That's your time to get them. But you have 1, 2. Yeah, you have 3 divisional games. And two opponents in the AFC West that you got faced, Chargers, Broncos. Some important games. Both of those games against the AFC West opponents, the Chargers and the Broncos, are winnable. It's the 3 divisional games is what matters. You damn sure don't embarrass yourselves and lose to the Panthers, so I think you win that game. You should have won against Atlanta. Hey, but you get your get back. But you're definitely going to have to put up a fight against the Buccaneers. This is point blank period. Starts this weekend. Starts this Sunday. Hey, Saints are not out of it by a long shot. I know that things did not go your way, but you still look like a solid team that's going to definitely damn sure compete that NFC South crown. You got 2 other teams you got to beat out. Just point blank period. Just point blank period. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Takeaways from NFL Week 5. All the action that I watched. Here are some of the takeaways that I took from Week 5 that I observed, that I noticed. All right. Here's the deal, y'all. Here's the damn deal. Kirk Cousins finally got that offense going, got it moving a lot better. And of course, it's a new team, new offense, new players that he's never played with. It was going to take a minute for them to get right. I think they're heading in the right direction for sure. Hey, gotta love it. That man put up 509 yards, 4 TDs. Yeah, sheesh. He was cooking. So Kirk Cousins and the Falcons, hey, they're going to keep. I think their offense is finally headed in the right direction. Jets and Vikings. Hey, Vikings, just like the Chiefs, going into their bye week. The 2 lonely undefeated teams. And the Vikings, they earned that victory. They worked their ass off to get it. What a great story this is going. I mean, literally 5-0. If anybody told you that the Vikings would be one of the last undefeated teams, I'd have called bullshit. Straight up and down. I'd have called you a liar. I'd have called you a fibber. I'd have called you all kind of things. Like, yo, you tripping. You tripping. But no, Minnesota looking good on defense and offense, and they did the damn thing. And obviously, mainstream media, they're going to talk about the Jets. What's wrong with the Jets? What's going on with the Jets? I'll tell you what's wrong with them. It's one thing or another. Like, there's been years where the offense couldn't get right and the defense has been there. Or the defense can't get right and the offense is there. Right now, it's the quarterback. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, he's not playing well. He's not playing well. He's just not playing well. All right? Not playing well at all. He's looking very average. Very average. And quite frankly, this is what I was trying to tell people. I've never seen a 40-year-old off an Achilles injury return to his prime. And he hasn't. First of all, he's coming off an Achilles injury. Second of all, he's 40. The older you get, you do not return to your prime. You just hope that you got something left of your prime. All right. And then not only that, he's been getting a lot of pressure. Some of these defenses are getting after him. And that's just the fact of the matter is. So I can't put it all on him. But I will say, hey, you gotta play better. Because everybody told us, hey, oh man, this Jets is primed to be a playoff Super Bowl caliber team. It's shitting me. Shitting me. I ain't even talking about you Jets fans. I'm talking about this people with big platforms on network televisions and radios that have been telling people that the Jets are a Super Bowl caliber team. Well, when y'all gonna start playing like it? We've done this too many times now that we've been hearing the hype. We've been hearing the off-season Super Bowl winners, the draft day winners, the free agency winners of the Jets. Just, oh man, they're gonna put it all together. Win. Let me know. I would like to know that day when they're gonna start looking like a Super Bowl caliber contender as football team. They don't look like it. And damn sure not against the better teams of the NFL. They don't look like it. All right. My takeaways from Baltimore and Cincinnati. Cincinnati's in deep shit. They need an absolute turnaround. And it starts on the defensive side of football. How do you waste a performance like that from Joe Burrow? Because your defense can't stop a nosebleed. Can't tackle nobody. Can't cover nobody. I mean, my goodness. My goodness. We look. As calendars have always changed, they hit to another month, October. Joe Burrow played well. Matter of fact, he played damn good. He always gets off to a slow start, but once that calendar hits October, he starts hitting his stride. And sure enough, he hit his stride. Hit his stride yesterday. Defense completely wasted it. Because they can't stop nobody. Can't cover nobody. Can't tackle nobody. And what happened to Buffalo happened to you too. Derrick Henry, big man going running down the field. You hate to see it, especially if you're a defender. Oh, man, I got to make a business decision. Do I stop this big son of a bitch? He ran all over y'all. Had that great run towards the end of the game, overtime. My goodness. My goodness. Oh, yeah. Everybody who's been hating on Lamar Jackson, he's a 2-time MVP winner for a reason. Did you see the play that the man made? Ain't nobody doing what he's doing. I don't care that he's not quarterbacky enough. He's a football player. He makes plays. Are there times where he needs to clean some stuff up? Absolutely. So does Patrick Mahomes. So does Aaron Rodgers. So did Peyton Manning. So did Tom Brady. So did Drew Brees. So did Joe Montana. So did Dan Marino. I hate to talk in the sports world that they make it seem like it's Lamar Jackson is the only quarterback that needs to improve on his play. No, all quarterbacks should improve on their play. But what Lamar Jackson is doing, first of all, he dropped the hike. But he sure didn't. He made up for it in the quickest and easiest ways of all time. The stiff arming the defender, running towards the out of bounds lines, throws it to Isaiah Likely in the back of the end zone. Da-da-da, da-da-da. I get it. Good play. But hey, you got to win some playoffs. Got to win some playoffs. That's just part of the deal. All right. You can play well in the regular season all you want. You got to win when it matters. And I think this might be a year that Lamar Jackson might do some good things in the playoffs. He's playing good football right now. Baltimore Ravens are playing good football right now. I know they had the tough loss to Kansas City week 1, had the letdown loss at home week 2, losing to the Raiders, which, by the way, might turn around and bite them guys in the butt, depending on how everything goes in the NFL. But at the same time, you got to give them props. They bounced back the last 3 games, and it definitely started with the absolute throttling, beatdown, ass whooping that they put on Buffalo. Definitely starts with that. But no, Baltimore look like they're ready to get back in this thing and get back to playing Baltimore Ravens football. Do not know. If you would sleep on them a couple of weeks ago because of the first 2 weeks, better wake up. Better wake up. Indianapolis and Jacksonville. All right, coach, I tried to give y'all the benefit of the doubt. Y'all gave Jacksonville their first win of the season. I get it. Division opponents. I get it. I understand how those division games work. They know you best because they see you the most. All right? And nothing's for sure in divisional games. All right? Trevor Lawrence played a lot better than what he's been doing. Been playing a lot better than what he's been doing. Give him that credit. Got to. But coach, come on, man. I picked y'all to be better than this. Got to get it in gear. Also, before I move on to the next game, Jacksonville. Those jerseys, those teal jerseys you had yesterday, the throwback jerseys that the Keenan McCardell, Jimmy Smith, Fred Taylor days that the Jacksonville uniforms that they wore yesterday, bring those back, please. I'm begging you. I love that jerseys. They were the dopest jerseys you had when you had the teal tops, the black pants with the Jaguar on the hip, all white, or you do the teal with the white pants, because y'all wore the teal with the white pants on Sunday. Give me the all black. I love that one. Go back to those Fred Taylor, Jimmy Smith, Keenan McCardell jersey combinations. Them's was fire. I love those. Byron Leftwich type. Give me those. Those jerseys were fire. Go back to those, please. I'm putting a PSA, a public service announcement to y'all. Make it happen. Get back to those jerseys. Still suck though. Miami, New England. Miami, they're still struggling on offense without Tua, but they had just enough because there's only more worse offense than them, and that is the Patriots. That's a fact. Cleveland, Washington. Ooh-wee. Oh, we'll talk about that quarterback in Cleveland in just a minute. But Cleveland, man, y'all had a lot of people fooled, including me. I for sure thought y'all was going to be good this year. Now, you still got time to turn around. But I think you need to change something. We'll talk about that in a minute. But Washington, hey, man, if the voting was to take place right now, there would be no doubt Jayden Daniels, Rookie of the Year, possibly in the MVP conversation. Yes, I said it. He should possibly be an MVP candidate. He's playing like it. He surely is playing like it. But again, it's only week 5. I'm not going to be a prisoner of the moment. What I will say is he's been impressive. He's been very impressive with his decision makings. Been impressive with knowing when to slide and not take the hit. All right. So I will give Jayden Daniels his credit when it comes to how well he's been playing. That's without a doubt. Buffalo and Houston. Man. The Stephon Diggs Bowl, huh? So, you sure, Josh Allen, you don't miss Stephon Diggs? You sure? All right. I'm just saying, sometimes there's certain talent that can make a lot of things easier for your life. And Stephon Diggs is one of those type of receivers. Kind of make your night a little bit easier, less hectic. And I also got to say this, concussion protocols, I don't know what you got to do to revamp them. You can't tell me that wasn't a concussion. Josh Allen head stomped off the ground. Arm went limp. He rolled over it. He had to been out for a second. He had to. All right. You cannot look. I am not a medical profession. Don't claim to be. I don't want to be. But damn it, that was a scary moment. The way his head hit the turf and arm looked like it went just completely just like he was you know them toy robots. They take the battery out. They just go limp, go flaccid. I shouldn't use that word. Yeah. I don't know what's up with the concussion protocols. But you can't tell me that wasn't a concussion. But hey, like I said, I ain't no damn medical guy. Don't want to be. I'm just saying. Seemed a little weird. But Houston finding ways to win. Point blank period. Took that beating to Minnesota, and last 2 weeks they've been playing better. All right, they put that loss behind them real quick. Saying, hey, we got more games to play. They're playing great football. Carolina, Chicago, ain't much to talk about. I told a lot of people Caleb Williams was going to have his best NFL career game so far in 5 weeks against the Panthers. Sure enough, he did. Panthers, I'm laughing at y'all, especially your coach who said me benching Bryce Young. Well, I'm paraphrasing. But he made it seem like that if I make this quarterback change, all my problems will be resolved. That's not how football works. The problems that were there in week 1, week 2 are the same problems that are there for week 3, week 4, and week 5. And guess what? They still gonna be there next week. They still gonna be there the next week after that. They still gonna be there the next week after that. Bad team, bad franchise. If you're smart, my Charlotteans, the city that helped raise me, you might want to make a little bit of noise and tell Tepper to get in gear, or we're not going to support your game. Don't go up to the damn stadiums spending money. Don't do it. You don't like the product? Stop subscribing to it. Stop paying your hard-earned money that you didn't work your ass off for. Go see those bumps. That's how you affect change. Point blank period. Just don't watch it. Vegas and Denver, man. I may not like Bo Nix as a quarterback, but as a man, I loved him barking at Sean Payton. Barking back at her. Sean Payton was trying to get a point across, and they got into a heated exchange. That's all it was. Just a slight miscommunication. It happens. But hey, I love that in a rookie. Not scared to, when you know I'm right, and you're not gonna try to make me look like a fool. I think that was that type of moment. He's like, I saw this on the field. I boom. No, sir. We ain't going for that. So I love that. Raiders are terrible. Oh my. Raiders are terrible. They just are. Excuse me. Bounce back game for Jordan Love and the Packers. Get a nice little dub over the Rams. Rams, like I said, we got so many injuries. It's just hard. It's just hard for you to maintain that same level of success when Cooper Kupp is out, Puka Nacua is out. You don't know how many times I was watching the Rams be a consistent team the last 4 or 5 years, making the Super Bowl, making it to multiple NFC Championship games. But the moment that Kupp and Nakua went out, yeah, that offense is going to look different. That's what happens when you lose playmakers, man. They make that much of a difference. They do. It's exactly what playmakers do. They make everybody's life easier. But when you don't, things just don't look good. Oh, what do you say about this next team? Seattle. Would a real Seattle Seahawks please stand up? Would these Seattle Seahawks please stand up? The real Seattle Seahawks please stand up. I don't know what's going on. You had all the momentum. You're at the crib, one of the loudest stadiums in the world. Yes, one of the. Not better than Arrowhead. I was there that night, 2014. Sidebar. But no. What team are you, Seattle? I mean, obviously, we'll find out at some point in time. I think they got a Thursday night game coming up against the 49ers. You better get right, because you're about to go up against a team who's desperate too. Speaking of 49ers, what are y'all doing losing to Arizona? I answered my own question earlier. I get it. Divisional rival opponent. Yes, but you're way more talented than them. The 49ers are way more talented than the Arizona Cardinals. What the hell the 49ers go in there and lay an egg for? Just, yeah, we don't sting up the joint. Just absolutely just floors me that ain't nobody picked up. Ain't what? Come on, man. What? I get it. Injuries happen. The Rams got a hell of a lot of injuries. But what are we doing with you? Was just in a Super Bowl. You was just in a Super Bowl. As of right now, the team that I thought was going to finish last is in second place. Seattle at 3-2, 2-3, Arizona 2-3, 49ers. What happened? Are you losing your mojo? I don't know what's going on with them boys. But same with Seattle. You can't lose to the Giants at home. Both of these was home losses for the teams. In Seattle, you could have easily expanded, the gap between those other teams in your division. So it's looking crazy out here in these streets. And then, of course, Dallas and Pittsburgh, Sunday Night Football. A little sloppy game. Yes, it was a sloppy game. Obviously, all the rain that had happened delayed it for so long. By the time it started, I think it was I don't know, almost probably more like 9-ish, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time by the time they got started. I know, crazy storm, but woo, it reminds me of that 2000 game, Chiefs, Arrowhead. All that rain was coming down. All right. And as much hell as I give Dak Prescott, and I give him a lot of hell on all my platforms, the man was poised in the big moments. He was poised. Look, and if I was a Cowboys fan, this is what would piss me off about having Dak Prescott as my quarterback. Because you have a week 5 game. Oh, man. Look at him. Take the field down. Take the team right down the field, and they score. But he's been he's been a loose cannon for the other games. Dak Prescott has been a turnover problem. All right, he ain't quite as Trevor Lawrence turnover problem, but then again, I might have to look at the stats again to see how you compare these guys. But you got to give Dak Prescott his flowers when he need to make the right plays. And he did. It's just that we're not judging you on that, Dak Prescott. We're judging you on what you do in the postseason. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Why can't you have that same energy in the playoffs? Then ain't nobody gonna sit here and say, "Oh man, you ain't deserve that $60 million." Come on now, Dak. I'm more of a guy that cares about Dak more than I dislike him. I just don't understand that why you Cowboys fans fall into this trap year in and year out with this guy. Like, okay, we won in week 5. We them boys. But damn it, you gonna make us regret it the next week because you gonna mess around and throw for 2-3 interceptions. I need more consistency from Dak Prescott. I think he has all the tools. He's a great competitor. And more times than not, he's been on one of the best teams roster-wise put together. So we'll see what happens. Those are just some of my takeaways from week 5. And like I said, we was going to talk about one certain person. And that one certain person is you, Deshaun Watson. Now, I want y'all, if you ever get a chance, go back to episode 410, I.O.W. Sports Late Night Owl Edition. And that was my initial conversation about Deshaun Watson. All right. I'm gonna play a little insert for you guys. Just, because this is how I felt. This is exactly how I felt. I thought it was and this is after week 1, like I said. I always felt that it was time for him to be benched, sit the pine. Because you got to start letting some things connect. And it ain't connecting why you paying $231 million and you is dog shit. All right. This was a take literally 3 weeks ago. All right, check it out. That's not the issue. The issue that I have is that you acquired him while he was in the middle of multiple, not one, 20 plus civil suits of sexual harassment. All right, of sexual misconduct in the middle of it. This is when you acquired him. So one, you didn't know if you was actually going to get a quarterback that was going to be available because he's dealing with so many legal issues. And did. So, Mar, what would you do? All right, I'm going to put my GM hat on. What would Wild Card Mar do with the Browns QB position? Okay. I would take a risk. I would take a huge risk because here's the thing. You can't cut him. You know why you can't cut him? Look at his contract. If you cut him now, it's $200 million in dead cap money. That would be ridiculous to eat that type of cap money if you cut him right now. Well, let's wait for the next 2 more years. No, why? You still can't cut him. If you cut him next year, there's still almost $173 million in dead cap money that you just can't use if you cut him. You can't cut him in 2 years. It's almost almost $100 million in dead cap money that you can't use for anything if you cut him. You are in contract hell. This is going to go down as one of the worst contracts in NFL history if he doesn't turn this around. Absolutely. So this is what I would do if I'm the GM or the coach of the Cleveland Browns. I would bench him for this year. I would absolutely bench him from this year. And you're probably looking like, why would you bench him only this year? Because here's the reason why I would bench him just this year. I can't trade him because look what he's doing on the field. Nobody's trading for that. Nobody is trading for that. Absolutely nobody's trading for that. Then you compile it with a new civil suit today of sexual misconduct. Nobody's trading for that. Nobody's trading for that. Oh, did you guys know this? In his contract, there is language in his contract that he will not be able to forfeit his signing bonus or void any future guarantees due to suspension. So even if he gets suspended, he still gets paid. That goes back to my first take on this situation. If you were a general manager of the Cleveland Browns, you deserve to get canned. Because you gave up a lot of draft capital to get Deshaun. You paid him a fully guaranteed contract without even seeing what he was. Yeah. Hey, I amaze myself. All right. I do not claim to be an expert. I never will. I don't claim to know it all because I don't. Sometimes when your boy's right, he's right. All right. And some of those numbers that I was throwing out there was obviously some research that I did on his contract situation. There's still a lot of money that is owed to him. And remember, it's a fully guaranteed contract. All right. So Browns can't get out of it. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Microphone issues. Literally, they can't get out of this contract, man. It's absolutely dog crap. It's a dog crap contract getting paid to a guy that's playing like dog crap. I mean, literally, I never understood anything like that. This is like completely baffling to me that this guy is playing this bad and getting paid that much money. Literally, I mean, so his cap hit for this year is $27.9 million. I can justify benching him right now because look, when I made that take 3 weeks ago, I said he needs to turn it around. So has he turned it around? Let's take a look. Oh, Deshaun Watson, his completion percentage, 60.2%. That's 29th. He's near the bottom of completion percentage. He has 5 TDs and 3 interceptions. Literally, Kirk Cousins almost threw for more touchdowns than he has all year in that one game on Thursday. Put that into context how you want. He's the most sacked quarterback in the league. Now get it? His offensive line, more than most years recently for the Cleveland Browns, is not as good. But there's times that Deshaun Watson holds on to the football too long, trying to, he doesn't want to be a mobile quarterback. But you have the mobility. Get the hell out the pocket when it collapses. Don't take the sacks all the time. You have mobility. You can move the pocket. You can throw on the run. Some of those sacks is not 100% the offensive line's fault. Some of those belong to Deshaun. You got to watch these football games. Some of them belong to Deshaun. His QBR. Are you analytics nerd geeks? 21% or 21. I'm sorry. Worst in the NFL. Worst. Yes, worst in the NFL. Passer rating, 74.8. He's at the bottom of the league. So in the time that I made that take, week 1 to now in week 5, there's nothing that has changed with Deshaun Watson. The only thing that has changed with Deshaun Watson, that civil suit that was filed 4 weeks ago, got settled. Keyword settled. There was some money dished out. Obviously, I'm pretty sure NDAs, they won't be able to talk about them out. But the fact of the matter is, it got settled. That's the only good news that he has had. He doesn't have that hanging over his head. But not a damn thing has changed from week 1 to week 5. Nothing's changed since he's been a quarterback in a Browns uniform. Nothing has changed. Deshaun Watson is now a highly paid bad quarterback. Read my damn lips, y'all. Highly paid bad quarterback. He's bad. There's no other way around it. And you, Cleveland Browns organization, I feel for the fans because they got to suffer and watch these silly people make that decision to pay him sight unseen, gave up a lot of draft capital, guaranteed a lot of money for this debacle at quarterback play because it's bad. Bench him. It's been time. It's been time. What are you waiting on? It's been time to bench him. You cannot wait any longer. All right? Jameis Winston has done a lot more with less before in his career. He's done some good things in Tampa Bay. I know not all of it was good. Did some good things. He did some good things in other places, New Orleans, with some lesser talent. But come on, man. Yeah, what? I feel bad for you, Browns fans. You got to deal with this shit. You got to deal with this shit. Because I know multiple Browns fans. They are diehard, ride or die. They love that team, and they are just getting dragged, emotionally dragged from your franchise ownership and general managers, just literally making the most dumbest of moves and just sitting here sticking with a quarterback that is stinking up the joint, all because you guaranteed him a lot of money, sight unseen. Shame on you. You deserve to be fired. He deserves to get benched. General manager who made that deal deserves to get fired because it what makes it worse. What makes it absolutely worse is a quarterback that you couldn't wait to get rid of, Baker Mayfield, for the last year and a half, has outplayed Deshaun Watson in every aspect. Outplayed him. Took his team to the playoffs last year. Got a playoff victory. He's in the lead in his division right now. Could possibly win it. Browns, you ain't won no playoff game since Baker Mayfield. He was the last person to get you a playoff victory. Remember that? Browns, you ain't going to win your division. It ain't happening. Bitch Deshaun Watson and stop playing. Stop playing with your fans. And most of all, have pride for yourselves. It's 5 weeks in. If you get him out the damn way and sit him down, who knows? Maybe you start eating W's with good old Jameis. Just saying. It's worth a shot. What the hell else you got to lose? Huh? Come on. Think about it. I didn't give y'all my retake on this subject 4 weeks in between the first one and the second one. And guess what ain't changed? It's performance. I don't know what else you need to see, Cleveland Browns organization. What else do you need to see? He ain't the answer right now. He ain't playing good. That's point blank period. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to get up out of here. Y'all know what it is. Tap in with all the I.O.W Sports Network content at the bottom of the screen. Like, share, subscribe, spread the word what we got going on. And, of course, tap in with your boy. Twitter, KC Wildcard Mar. You want to top it up with me personally? Hey, so I'll be having all my content. I'll be back tomorrow, y'all. We're going to talk some more sports. Until then, you know what it is. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Peace and love.
Yeah. Solid Hill TDS, what's up? Yeah, come on. I.O.W Sports Network, late night edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card Mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo, let's cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card.